Good morning, children. So, in this module, I am going to start with the first poem of your syllabus, The Road Not Taken. Before that, in the previous module, we have already talked about the poetic device used by the poets to make the poem more ornamental. The Road Not Taken is written by Robert Frost. This is the image of Robert Frost. Robert Frost was an American poet known for his realistic depictions of rural life and his command of American colloquial speech and his poetry about ordinary people in everyday situation. Robert Frost has mainly written about the nature. In his work, Frost found the greatest meaning in the natural world or about the nature he has written. Shunning the modern world of the city, Frost relied upon the natural surroundings of his various farms to provide him with inspiration and symbols. So he has not written about the modern or about the mechanical life, but he was more fascinated towards the nature, towards the natural surrounding. But he always refused to be classified as a nature poet, insisting his poems containing so much more. So, what he told that he always refused to be a classified poet of nature, but if we just have a go through, we just come to know that he has written mainly about the nature, though he has refused to be a nature poet. However, the appeal of Robert Frost to so many people during his lifetime and afterwards was the connection he allowed them to an almost forgotten world of nature in a modern world of cities and history. So he says that in his poetry, he just appeal the people to associate, to connect with nature. In spite of forgetting in the busy, in the hectic, in the monotonous world, in the modern world, he want people to look at the nature and to appreciate it. So let's start with the poem The Road Not Taken. This well known poem is about making choices and the choices that shape us. See, obviously, this is about the choice that we just take in our life. He says that our choice has a major role in our life and that decides our future, our success, or our failure. Robert Frost is an American poet who writes simply but insightfully about common ordinary experience that I have already told you that he has mostly written about the ordinary people, about the common experiences. So before starting, let me give you this short introduction of the poem. The Road Not Taken deals with the dilemmas that man faces in life. The two roads serve as a metaphor for the choices we make in life. Life throws up many alternatives. Man, being an individual, cannot take up all choices. The choices we make have a far reaching consequences. He says that in our life, we come across many choices, many alternatives, and we can't take all the choices. If we go to a restaurant, so you have the menu, you have to choose the thing. So in the same way in life also we have to choose, and that decision is going to decide, and or that decision has a result, has a consequence, whether the result would be good or bad. That depends upon your choice. The poem may seem simple but is not exactly straightforward. Frost has created a rich, mysterious reading experience out of a marvelous economy of words. The title is significant, which refers to an unexpected choice the poet makes. Later, the poet laments the possibility that he would have made the other choice. So he says that it gives the importance that how one should just be very much careful while choosing anything. Okay, so let's start with the poem. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry, I could not travel both, and be one traveller long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could to where it band in the undergrowth. So what the poet says, Robert Frost, that once he was just walking, and in a journey he just came across the two roads diverse means separated. He came across the two separated roads in a yellow wood is a forest. Why the forest is called yellow over here? The yellow wood or forest symbolizes the autumn season. It refers to autumn season, and autumn corresponds with the old age. Obviously, when the leaves falls, or if we just compare with the life, it is the last stage of our life or the old age. The poet seems to be talking about the later stages of life. That's why he says that when he was walking, when he was just on a journey, and he just came across the two diverged roads. Okay, and sorry, and he feel very sorry, he can't walk on both the road. Okay, it's very obvious when we just go to school. At that time also, near Kati Ghati, we just see that there are two roads. One goes to APS and one to Chinar. So you can't walk on both the roads. So as a traveler, he has to choose any one. And be one traveler long I stood. So being a traveler, he just stood, okay, at a junction, and he just keep on pondering, thinking, and looking at both the roads, that which one he should take, and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. So he just tried to look, he tried to just see the first road, or the first road. Okay, so that road has just disappeared in the dense growth of plants and bushes. He says that he keep on looking at the first road, and till the first road disappears in the dense growth of plants, bushes, or shrubs. Okay, so I think it's very clear to you the first stanza, children. So once again I will repeat that the poet Robert Frost just was on a journey, and he came across the two diverse roads in a yellow in a autumn season, and he felt very sorry that he can't travel on both. So he just looked at the first one, and he had just looked, and the first road just disappeared in the dense growth of plants and shrubs or bushes. The second stanza, then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps a better claim. So he says that he just he just looked the second one also, the second road, which was equally very good, equally very fair as the first one, and having perhaps the better claim. But he finds something which is more fascinating in the second road. What was more fascinating? Because it was grassy and wanted wear. The first road was barren, little bit barren, okay, and the second road was more grassy than the first road, and it was wanted wear. Wanted wear means less traveled by. Okay, and as a risk lover, as a adventurous man, Robert Frost liked to take the second one, because he liked to take risk in his life, because he has seen that the second road was grassy, and it was very less traveled by the people. Wanted wear means less traveled by people. Though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. So he says that it may be those who have passed that road might have thought the same thing, okay, and that's why they might have taken the first road. Why? Because it was less grassy. If it is less grassy, that means more people might have traveled. When we walk on the grass, what happens to the grass? It crushed, okay, and the second one was more grassy. Why? Because very less people have traveled. So that's why he was more fascinated towards the second road. Now children, as we have already discussed the poetic device, see the third line of the second stanza. Because it was grassy and wanted wear. Wanted wear is a personification, as wanted wear is a human quality which has been given to road. Wanted wear you can also say as alliteration. Ver sound is repeated. Okay, alliteration means when the same sound is repeated. So here please mark wanted wear can be personification or it can be alliteration also. Third stanza. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. So he says that once he was just traveling and he he just saw that both the roads were there equally attractive, but the second road was more fascinating because it was grassy and wanted wear. In leaves no step had trodden black. So the second road, okay, the path of the second road was not turned black, means the leaves were not crushed by the footsteps. That's why he says that it was grassy. Okay, when we walk on the when we walk on the path, so if there are grass, the grass crushed. Okay, so here turn the path black by crushing the leaves. So the trodden black in leaves no step had trodden black, means the leaves were fresh, they were not crushed by the steps of the people. Oh, I kept the first for others, and that's why he decided to take the second road, and he thought that he will walk on the first road some other day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. So he says that he knew very well that once he had taken the one road, it's very difficult to come back. Obviously, for example, after class 10th, you will choose one stream: science, commerce, or humanities. So if you like to take commerce or humanities or science, you will do 11th and 12th in that stream only. But would it be possible for you to come or to do class 11th and 12th again in another two streams? So he says that it's not possible, that once you have taken the choice, it's not possible for you to come back again and to take the another options also. So if you have just taken the choice or the stream once, you can't go back again and you can have the experience of taking the another choice. So he says that he felt very doubted that he would ever be able to walk on that road. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence. He says that he is just saying all this thing with a sigh, with a deep breath. Okay, that this had happened with him a long ago. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by. So he says that this had happened with him, and he had taken the road which was less travelled by people, and that has made all the differences. So he says that he don't regret that. Okay, he says that had made all the differences, but he don't regret for his choice. But yes, he felt dissatisfied that yes, if he might be able to go back and he might have taken the first road also. So here he says that with a sigh, he says that this had happened with him years and years ago, and now he says that the consequences might be different if we might have taken the first choice or the first road. So children, road not taken is a metaphor. The whole poem is a metaphor, because the path in the wood to the choices one must take in life, because the path is been compared with the choices we must take in our life. Okay, and now let's start with the rhyme scheme. Rhyme means, you know that when we sing a song, we sing in a rhyme. When we sing a poem, we sing in a rhyme. In the nursery or in the junior, in your junior junior classes, you might have just read the poem in a reciting the poem in a rhyme, like twinkle twinkle little star. So this is called the rhyme. So here also, let's see what are the rhyme scheme. This, the road not taken poem can also be sung. So see the first stanza, first sentence, last words. Just we are going to look, we are going to focus on the last words only. Would rhyme with stood and could. Would, stood, could. So these three words are rhyming. So let's give it a letter A. So would, stood and could is letter A. Okay. Now both and what rhymes with both? Very good. Yes, undergrowth. Okay. So let's give this both B B. Okay. So now your rhyme scheme would be A B A B. Okay, fine. So now let's see the second stanza. First line, last word, fair. Fair rhymes with where and there. Okay, claim and same. So here we have already taken A and B letter. Let's take C and D. So fair C, where C, there C. Claim and same, D or D. Okay, so the words which rhymes the same, we will give them the same letter. So the second stanza would be C D C C D. In the same way you can do about the third and the fourth stanza also. I hope that you might have understood the poem very well. It's very simple, it's very easy. The main theme of the chapter is, or the poem is, that how we just take the choice in our life. Okay, that whenever we are just take a choice in our life, that what are these consequences of that in our life. So life is like a puzzle. A puzzle requires one to constantly keep figuring out the answers, and right after one decision has been made, there are other problems awaiting solution. So similarly, life is also full of doubts and questions. When we are able to figure out solutions and make decisions accordingly, another predicament often comes up. We are constantly figuring out things, hence puzzle can be used as metaphor for life. Okay, so this is just regarding the choices. Children, you have to just keep in mind, once again I am just saying that we can interpret the narrator's choice of a road as symbol for any choice in life between alternatives that appear almost equally attractive. Means all the alternatives are attractive for you. If you just go for shopping, okay, to get some one dress, so when the shopkeeper shows you 5 or 10, and out of that you like 4, and 4 are very much attractive, but you have to choose any one. In the same way he just talks. It is only after many years that we can really evaluate the decisions and choices that we make based on the result of these choices. So he says, the poet says that after making the choice, the result whether we have just taken it right or not shows years later sometimes. If we find success, the choice is right, and obviously if our choice is right, we will find success, otherwise no. But if the result is failure, then pain, then the choice has obviously not been the right one. So whenever we have to take the choice in life, take it rightly. Thank you, children.